Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, y'all. Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist. You know, I learned that the reason that beauty pageants do that thing, is so that their waddle jiggle doesn't doodle. Isn't that amazing? It's not allowed to be human, the ladies. No jiggle with that wiggle. Except when you're twerking. Only when you're twerking may you jiggle. Brought this thing along because everything's stressful. Why not? Do some of this, whatever this is. Hi, it's me, Teal. Here with some poetry in motion for y'all. Once again, I was a bit flabbergasted by current events and wasn't even sure if I could pull this together this evening. Just so much going on. It's pretty suffocating. But I pulled something out for you, and it may seem unrelated to what's going on, but I don't think it is. I think it's very related. Because the poem I'm talking about today has a lot to do with ego and vanity. And I sort of was thinking of politicians and elected officials in terms of pageantry, like what you see versus what you get, this kind of primping and preening and pre-recorded sound bites, pre-thought out speeches. It's all just very, like, I would save the world and save all the puppies kind of thing. I don't know. I see it in kind of the same vein. Everything that's going on right now has a hell of a lot to do with ego. That's for sure. And ego and vanity are like kissing cousins. Kind of gross, but they are kind of gross. They're related, and they feed on each other. And you can't have one without the other. But as I do with all things that I'm critical of, I like to think of how I've overcome that thing I've been critical of, or how I've moved past it or not let it consume me, on and on. Vanity was a big one for me for a long time. When I was in my teen years, I had really terrible body dysmorphia. Had a doctor tell me what that was, because I would find these little imperfections in myself and I would pick them and pick them and pick them and pick them and pick them until they became holes, like gaping holes in my body. And that's not cute. That doesn't make you look better. I had money saved in a shoebox under my bed that was going to be for breast implants, laser vein removal, and something else that I hated about myself, probably hair removal. I also would sit in my hammock in the sunshine and I would pluck all my armpit hairs out one by one with tweezers. Obviously, I've said goodbye to that psychotic bullshit. I'm literally writing a movie about it, so stay tuned, because I let go of that, and I've had plenty of people accost me in public, as if they think they're helping me, and be like, there's lasers for that kind of thing. And I'm like, you don't say. So for anyone who wants to jump in the comments and be like, ew, I'm ready for you. I've had fights with you in shopping malls. I think confidence is all about what makes you feel good and not psychotically obsessing about the way my body already is makes me feel good. So there's that. But yeah, I really hated myself. I think I would probably spend, I don't know, in high school, anywhere between 5 to 7 hours a day just actively hating myself. And I'm not even exaggerating. Like, in the mirror, like, There's so much that's wrong with you. You've got to change it. And it was bad. It was really bad for me. So I've moved past quite a bit of that. It creeps up on me sometimes. Yeah, self-obsession and ego and vanity. It's all over the place. We got 20-year-olds putting fillers in their faces, y'all. It's bad. It's really bad. It's worse than bad. It's tragic. But yeah, I think that ego is the root of a lot of what is going wrong here in this cockamamie craziness. Anyway, feeling a little tongue-tied today. But I also wanted to point out that my beauty sash I made myself, and I happen to be representative from planet Europa, Miss Tickle. Do you get it? Miss Tickle. Mystical? I know, it's brilliant. Anyway, I also have my very own paparazzi here with me this evening. Don't worry about it. He's always here. Comes with the room from a little-known movie way back when called Paparazzi. Yeah. I'm coming to you from my lip bench this evening. No biggie. Got my own lip in my room. I actually got this from my director from Rocky Horror Show. I was lucky enough to play Magenta 2 years in a row and spent so much money dyeing my hair flaming magenta, and my hairdo for the show took me 5 hours every night. But that's not vanity, that's just good performing. There's a difference. Anyway, I'll do some stuff for you now. I hope that you're all keeping your spirits up, y'all, any way you can. That's why I wore this crazy-ass rainbow wig for you guys and doing weird shit in my bedroom, because I'm just trying to lift it. So, now I shall present to you my poetry. This one is called Miss Don't Carica. It's all a matter of public record. Checkered paths of the rich and lamest. A dame in her playlist. Swish the inscrutable truth in your palate. Make a salad. Chop up little pieces of what you've settled for. Get the door, would ya? Hop on the seesaw. Fuck it all! Yell yeehaw! The last straw was many blades of straw ago. Low blows are all the rage. You ripped the one page you needed. Chipped away at, defeated, resources depleted. Meet me upon the one remaining patch of grass, until at last we know the robots weren't joking. They were not programmed to empathize with choking or suffering. They're buffering our requests and will get back to us. Take a number. Stick out your thumb for humanity or bust. Trust that speck of hope you hold. Scold the part of you that thinks they've won. All those beneath this magma sun. What hip young gods do you pray to? Do you glimpse a new dimension you could squeeze through? It behooves you to listen up. Grab your plastic solo cup. There's just enough for those on the list. Vindictive mini-mobs with clenched fists. Are these mimosas bottomless? Do you have a stake in this? Twist out of this wrist grip. Take a gulp or take a sip. Is it a first draft or is this the script? Would you smile so pretty if the roles were flipped? Shifts rumble at the core of the earth as we measure our worth in likes and retweets. The ozone excretes a wounded cry. But the big guys just released the latest iPhone and we all comply. The story starts with a weeping sky. None are humbled. Few try. Eat up, bitches! This banquet won't last! Yell the powdered-wigged ghosts of egocentric centuries past. Grasping the silken threads of their tattered conquests. Behold her pillow-padded ass. Croquet in the garden, their hearts will harden beneath corsets and armor. Disarm her of her foolish will. Instill in her the vanity of all former beauty contestants. Then she'll never get her fill. Hooray! I did another one. Day 7, day 7. I didn't even think about it. It's my favorite number. I love the number 7. So complete. Anyway, I feel like what I'm saying doesn't match what I'm feeling, or I wish I could just rip open what I'm feeling and show it to you. There was a lot in this poem that I didn't even realize kind of went along with what's going on. I wasn't even planning that, but like the mob, the vindictive mobs, I don't know. There's just so much, guys. I'm giving you bits. I'm giving you pieces. I hope that you like them. I hope that you lick them off your fingers after you wash your hands. Yeah, I love you. Got love for you if you got love for me. And even if you don't, I probably got some love for you still. So please join me again tomorrow, and I will be in some other part of the universe with some other fabulous ensemble. Thank you for loving me a little. I got some super supportive feedback today from some friends, and it made such a difference. A friend of mine called me this morning and said, Teal, I watched all your videos last night, and it was the only way that I could come down from all the anxiety of the news and fall asleep. And I felt understood, and I could sleep then. That was just like, man, I mean, that's amazing. That's why I'm doing this. And then another friend texted me a few hours after that and said, you're doing it, girl. You're doing it. And it's making me want to do it too. And I just read this article about art as a form of ceremony and ritual. And you're doing that. You're making this a ritual that's from your true self. And it shows. And that was just so damn encouraging and warming to my soul. And I really needed it. Because I was getting kind of in my head about just the bullshit, the ego, I guess. Like, looking at Cardi B's former hairstylist talk shit about her. And that has like 9 million views. And some TikTok star wore a matching tie-dye sweatsuit. And that has 3 million views. And this weird stuff that people click on. And I was pitting myself against whatever that all is and thinking like, why aren't people watching me though? Then when I got those words of true depth and love from my friends, it was just like, oh, well, that's what I'm doing here. So I'm going to keep on doing it. Thanks for believing in magic, guys. See you tomorrow.